It's Bourbon Night. Hello. How's everyone doing? I'm Chad.
And I'm Chad.
2 Chads for the price of 0 because this is free. Welcome in. Yeah. Sarah is traveling. She's coming back from the... does Cincinnati have a nickname? It's not like the Windy City or anything. It's...
Cincinnati or whatever.
Oh, offending our Cincinnati viewers already, are you?
That's what I called it when I lived there.
But yeah, she's traveling back. So we have. I mean, normally you've been on the show before, but as more of like a guest host role. Here tonight, you're more of a guest instead of as a host because you are here in the capacity of a rare character.
Yeah, I got to be on my utmost best tonight and professional, and
yeah, because you are the single barrel and experience.
No, we don't have an experience.
No,
operations.
Operations.
Now blender.
That's right.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just now say I'm the guy. So my LinkedIn page just need to change it to from these like 10 things to just the guy.
The guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's what we're going to be drinking tonight is all rare character, and there's going to be some exclusives, right? Some never before seen expressions? Expression.
They are seen, but they are not
heard.
There's very few people have tasted.
Okay.
So you are probably like one of 5, and 2 of those people being Pablo and myself. So, yeah.
Well, maybe I should clarify never before reviewed.
That.
Okay, that's the exclusive. It's
yes.
Like, no, actually, no one in the world has ever tried it. We're going to try it here tonight. No.
Not even me.
Yeah, on camera with lights and action, exclusives.
Yes.
So, yeah, looking forward to that. Great to see everyone that is here tonight. Welcome in. We'd like to know what's in your glass. The Queen City. That's right. Thanks, Gramps.
Hey, yep.
Queen City.
That is correct, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't Cincinnati. We called it the Nasty Natty. So, yeah.
Nasty Natty.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't mean to hit on that, but there you go. JG's here. It needs to check. It's without fail every time.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're
Did cut my hair though, That's,
yeah. Just for you all.
Yeah.
All right, let's get something in the old glass. Where do you want to start with here?
Do you want to go by proof or just wing it and just kind of go?
I mean, let's sort of err on the side of proof.
Okay, well, so, right in front of me. So this is one that caused a lot of controversy. It's a unique product.
Starting off strong.
But, I mean, it's a special bottle, and I want to share it with you.
Okay.
And that is the Pride of Anderson County Rye. So this is a collab between Rare Bird 101, Dave Jennings, Pablo Moy, Rare Character. This is from Tyrone Q, floor 4 at 116.8 proof, aged 9.5 years.
Boom. Very nice. Go ahead and give you guys a little preview. We're starting 12 days of its Bourbon Night on the 14th. We've gotten lots of comments. Hey, where's your 25 days advent calendar and all that? We've been doing that for, I don't even remember how many years. And Sarah and I just decided, let's do it a little different this year. So it's going to be 12 days, and it's starting on the 14th, going up through the 25th. And just as a preview, you can look forward to, on the 15th, seeing Pride of Anderson County Bourbon review. It's actually right there.
Ta-da.
It is on loan. Yep, there you go. Is on loan from our friend Max, Barrel Proof EDC on Instagram. You can go give him a follow.
Super nice guy.
Super nice. Obviously, very generous. That bottle is going back to him, but he allowed us to crack it open and review it. So that'll be on the 15th. So I didn't think that... when this came out, I didn't think I'd have any, let alone the bourbon and the rye. So this is just...
Same. So, like, this is...
Crazy.
This was a, could not fill a full 750's worth. Literal bottom of the barrel. Ran through, like, 5 filters to get all the char out, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And speaking of nice, we have our first super chat of the evening, and it comes from our mutual friend James Wolverton. He says, "Great to see Chad squared."
What's up, James?
Indeed. give you a Pride of Anderson County cheers. There, James. All right, let's see what's we got going on here. Hey, speaking of the man,
Hey.
David Jennings himself, right there, folks. It's the first and only single barrel Wild Turkey rye bottled at barrel strength to date.
Took my thunder, David, but
Well, if anyone was going to take it, let Dave take it.
I guess I should let the guy,
Yeah.
take the thunder.
Yeah. Is it also the highest proof, or is there any other?
There's never been a single barrel rye. Well, there has been the Russells with, I think, Liquor Barn and a couple others, but never of this age and at this proof.
Okay.
So highest proof single barrel rye to date and the oldest single barrel rye to date from Wild Turkey.
So that could explain the price, because we haven't
yes.
talked about that. This is $400.
Yes,
400
400
retail, right?
Yeah, and there's only about 80, I might get it wrong, 86 or something bottles that went to market, just around 80 bottles. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. This little piggy went to market. That is a nose.
Yeah, I love this. This is my favorite thing that was bottled that day. Bottled all three. David was there. Bourbon Lore, the whole crew, the whole shebang of everyone was there who went and helped pick these barrels. And I was actually waiting on David, but he was on a plane, so we were supposed to dump them together, get footage of him. He was going to help me dump the barrels, and I was going to make him get his hands dirty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, his flight was way later than what I was told, so we had to move ahead. And when I'm given the task of pick the right one, make sure we're putting out the good product, I'm like, this is a tough decision here because it's not my name on the bottle. It's Rare Characters, Pablo, and David. So thank God whenever David showed up and he tried it, he was like, oh, this is delicious. It's great. So
Joseph thought he was the man. You are the man, Joseph.
yeah, Joseph, you are the man.
In Washington. You're the Washington man.
I still owe you something for that Woodinville. So
Wow. Well, the nose, I mean, it's the Wild Turkey rye mash bill. It's not a 95.5, right?
no, not at all.
And I'm glad for that. 95.5s I love in season, but what I really love with the 95.5 is to double barrel it. Double barrel or toast barrel to kind of take some of that 95.5-ness away.
95.5 is like the best finishing whiskey
Yeah.
ever. Like, I mean, wine, whatever you want to do.
Man, this is savory for a rye. Mm-hmm. I get that more on bourbons, it seems like. But this is a very savory nose for a rye. Oh, this is going to sound weird, and some people might say this is an insult, but a little bit of pork. A little bit of pork.
Wild Porky.
Wild pork, yes. All right, that's enough sniffing. To your health.
Cheers.
Oh, goodness. What did you say proof was?
116.8.
Yep.
Rare proof.
Oh, my God, it is.
It is.
That was just a complete coincidence, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
116.8.
Rare breed bourbon proof. The rye's like 118.2 or something.
Right, yeah. Wow, what a hug. Instantly down to the chest feels.
But it's so rich. It's so, like, it's big.
Ooh. Bacon-ass scramps.
Yeah.
But also more like country ham. It almost had a little bit of saltiness on the nose. Like, you ever walked into a rick house and they've had a ham curing there? Sort of the bourbon in the air and the meat type of mixture. Goodness.
It's got like a touch of mint, just a crap ton of honey. It's so rich, oily. It almost has like you could tell me it was honey finished in a blind and I'd believe you. That kind of like richness to it.
You could also tell me this was a very high rye bourbon and I'd believe you.
That too.
I mean, it definitely does have the rye characteristics. I think more on the back end is where, on the palate, I could be like, this is a high rye bourbon. But then if they were like, just wait with it, I'd be like, no, okay, is this a rye? Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you get a little more of that earthiness, that rye grain coming on the back end, like as it kind of settles. But man, I love this.
Yeah, country ham. Well, you kind of set the bar.
I know. Wanted to start off strong.
Well,
And I mean, I've been telling you about this bottle.
yeah.
And I've not drank much, so it just gave me a reason to drink more.
Well, you're welcome. My goodness. Anyone in the chat see any of these out in a store or at a bar? Has anyone else had any of these?
Bar, I don't know. I don't unless someone got them private and took them to a bar or restaurant.
Yeah.
Because these didn't go into distribution; they did online lottery.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what I was about to say. Is
Yeah. Credit must be given to Bruce Russell, who pulled the barrels for this initial release. Yeah. We did our first barrel pick with Bruce this year, where we picked, and they're surprisingly already out. We offered them to our Patreon club maybe last month, and they sold out. Of course, 10-year and a 8-year Russell's bourbon, and yeah, that was a really fun time picking with Bruce. He's a cool dude. Cool dude. We got this information time
I know.
from David. Appreciate it. 2024's Master's Keep is a 10-year rye. It's not filled as barrel proof with the TTB. That could change, but should have some similar profile notes to the Pride of Anderson County rye. Interesting.
well, I need to get a
more
voyage,
you know.
and
I need to get a voyage too.
yeah,
That's
that.
we're in the throes of our blind best of the year tasting and ranking and videos, like I said, coming soon. And the one thing, well, not the one thing, because we also have we don't have either of the Stag, formerly Juniors, the Voyage, of course anything Pappy, but there's things that,
Yeah, Eagle Rare 25.
right,
You know,
yeah, you're 25.
What else? I mean, I don't know. There's a ton of stuff out there this year that's like insane. So
Unobtainium.
2023 is kind of a big year, man. Like for these big
Was.
releases,
Yeah, I thought would never see Generations either, but literally last night got the heads up about where it was at a store, and I don't know. Would you guys want to see that? Because we kind of have our 12 days of IBN mapped out, but we could always move something out, slot something in. So let us know if Wild Turkey Generations would be a review you guys would want to see, or see it in the blind. I mean, if it doesn't cut the mustard.
Yeah. Make it
Muster?
make it all one word, not two words.
Muster. Then it won't go in. But if it's really good, I don't know. We might have to put it in the blind best of the year contention. Don't know, but
I'd say do it.
yeah.
Just go with it. Yeah.
Okay. Of course you're gonna say that.
Just
but
do it. Yeah.
What about the people? I want to hear from the people.
They'll like it. Man. I mean, I'm not the one doing the work, so.
Well, that's pretty exceptional. That is a great way to kick off the night.
Yeah, and if you'll notice, and this is a thing just for the people. So on the bottom right, and left, when you're looking at the bottle, it has ABV and age. So the day we bottled this, I noticed it as we were taping the boxes up. So the poor people at Divine Spirits who bottle for us had to pull every bottle back out and write the age and the ABV on every bottle that they bottled at the end of the day. Yeah.
Oh, they missed that part?
No, I missed that part.
Oh, you missed that part.
I had no idea that was there. I think it was David who was like, yeah, it's supposed to be there. And I'm like, well.
Yeah, I noticed that. The ABV's on the front, but the proof on the back. ABV in the front, proof in the back.
ABV's also on the back.
Well, it's also on the back, yeah.
Yeah.
In the beginning, when I first saw the bourbon, I was like, oh, you're going to make me do math like Four Roses does? How dare you?
Spin it around, man.
Spin it around. Yep.
Turn around.
Turn around. Whew, okay. Nice. What a way. What a way.
I figured you'd like that start.
Yeah. Since we got more people rolling in here, I want to let everybody know that the Elemental Elixirs syrup is now out of pre-order, and we are filling orders. So you can get those at whiskeyambitions.com. But you've been enjoying
Yeah, man.
this guy.
Yeah, I was texting
haven't you?
Original recipe. It's hard to say my name and his name.
Extra crispy,
yeah,
original
recipe.
recipe. If you're new here,
I was texting this guy last night with about 4 different cocktail recipes. And then I also have a soda stream, so I love just sparkling water at home. If you do like an 1/8 teaspoon of this to the 1 liter bottle, oh my God, it's fantastic. If you ever do bitters and water, if anyone here drinks bitters and sparkling water, you just do like a dash to like a 750.
yeah,
Real good.
but we're super proud of this.
Yeah.
It.
You should be.
Yeah, well,
real good.
Yeah, I mean, majority of the credit goes to Sarah, but I'm always that test audience, and I give my little feedback about how about a little tweak here, a little tweak there. But
You put work in.
I put work in,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
But credit where credit's due.
That's right. You deserve it.
Well, mainly Sarah deserves it, but
Yeah.
all right, let's move it on. What's going to be next here?
We'll just continue with my side of the table.
You want to proof wise? You want to go
Well, okay.
Here?
That's fine. Yeah.
or what's that? Bourbon?
Bourbon 121.84. 118.84.
Yeah, let's do Fortuna.
Okay.
Because that's great because I wanted to not switch topics, but continue topics about your role at, I almost said Exceptional. Your role at Exceptional.
My role at Exceptional.
Your role at Rare Character,
Yes.
because this is very germane to that topic. This,
Yes.
folks, is Fortuna barrel proof. You've seen us review the regular Fortuna 102
102.
proof,
Mm-hmm.
but this guy's 118 proof. Go ahead and pour you up here. I'll do it like I do with Sarah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a man who takes care of me.
There you go. So you actually blended this blend.
I did.
Well, okay. I'll go with it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have to go anywhere.
That's right. Except upstairs.
Except upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually batch 4. So 118.82 proof. It is a blend of 4 barrels. And at minimum age, 7 years, 7+. Age statement on it. All Kentucky bourbon, distilled in Kentucky, bottled here in Lexington with Divine Spirits. And pretty much spent about 14 hours a day, 5 days a week for like a month trying to make sure I got these blends right. So
Nice.
Well-
Wait, say that again. I was looking at I was looking at the composition. I do that occasionally. I heard for about a month. You spent
like 14 hours a day
14 hours a day.
working on the different combinations for these blends from my start barrels. So I started with a certain allotment of barrels, and I didn't have to use them all. But
We're talking like 5 days a week?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I do other stuff in between.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
this was like in the back end.
So you got to let it like marry,
Yeah.
mix, and all that.
So pretty much just spent all my time making sure this was right, because Pablo lives in Los Angeles, so he blended all the 102 stuff, and I'm the guy here in Kentucky. And one of the biggest things that he always wants to preach is quality. So I always want to make sure that if we're putting something out and I'm the one behind it, that it hits his level. He says I'm too forgiving on stuff, so I always have to take a step back
Oh.
and think, would Pablo Moy like this?
WWPD? What would Pablo do?
Yes.
I shouldn't have to have said that out loud. But go ahead.
What? Sorry.
You were deer in headlights there for
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's...
a good minute.
Well, my watch went off at Swan, so I kind of peeked. And then
Hi, Swan.
Yeah. Train of thought. Oh. Sorry. But I really just want to make sure that, like, I've never done a mass market blend before for anybody, for anything that actually matters. So I wanted to make sure it was good. And like I told you, I was very worried about what you guys thought about it. And then everyone who picked up a bottle, like Ryan at House of Bourbon, was very anxious to get a particular batch. So every batch is different. They all have their own nuances, their own characteristics, their own profiles. And I didn't want anything to be alike. And I honestly did not know our distribution strategy, because I thought we were going to try and give a little bit to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of just spread it out, because some states came in, and then instead of going from like, hey, we want like 50 cases, can we now get like 60 or 70 or whatever? So then we had to just start basically just saying, we're going to spread out batches like this. Yeah. So Florida, California, and Texas, we're getting a lot.
Okay. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Dang. Now, how are the batches notated on here anyway?
They are not. So it's just
Okay.
kind of like Stag Junior used to be. Pre, they put the batch numbers by proof or
Right. Okay, so yeah, proof.
yeah, Taylor barrel proof or whatever. Anything that just kind of has a proof point.
Right.
I'm sure I could have talked them into letting me write it on there, but technically we weren't even going to write the proof on there. But I made a business decision because people like you who don't want to do math like to see it on there.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. I was thinking of you.
Oh my gosh. Glad someone does.
Yeah, we. I wish we would have updated the back to push the age an extra year because the 102 Fortuna was 6 year plus. This is 7 year plus. Every batch is 7 year plus. So
Okay. Very nice.
this is probably
The 118.
my favorite of the 5. Nothing wrong with the other 4. This is the one that, like, when I blended it, I was in love.
It's just, it meets
Yeah, everything that I want
in your
personally.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, spoiler, guys, I've already tasted this, tried this, as you can see here. We've already put 2 ounces of it into our blind best of the year contention. So it's already in there already. So it's up there against all the other big ones. Yeah, that's
Dried fruit, oaky, good spice.
yeah, it does have really nice fruitiness on there, but like a dried fruitiness.
Yeah.
And it's almost sort of, maybe I'm kind of coming off of the Anderson County, but I can almost see it being a little bit savory too.
Now, I don't get savory on this, but
But in a dry way, like a beef jerky way. If a beef jerky could be savory.
I mean, beef jerky is savory. I don't eat beef jerky, but yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
I know what a Slim Jim smells like.
There you go. Yeah, I was much more eloquent
Yeah.
the night that I texted you my notes right off the rip. I might just go back and look at them and see what I said, because
I was going to say, I'd pull them up. I have to scroll too far.
they were... Ooh. I don't know if I got this the first time or not, but it almost has an effervescence of like carbonation or soda, you know?
I could see that. I can pull up my batch notes from when I blended it.
Let's see what's going on here in the chat. No more Amberana. Del Pablo.
The people want it, man. The people,
Yeah, either.
the people want it.
Yeah.
Trust me. I mean, it's not like I don't dislike Amberana, but there was a point in time where we were putting out a lot of it. We've kind of slowed down on that to play catch up. But people, like, there are people who've only done Amberana picks. They don't want to do a bourbon. They don't want to do, like, they only want Amberana. Amberana.
I say am, but I've also heard so I don't know. I don't know what's accurate.
Amberana. Yeah.
Porsche or Porsche?
Porsche.
Okay.
Yeah. Mercedes or Mercedes?
Missileman, 14 hours a day drinking bourbon? Where do I sign up? Now, do you spit?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, God, yeah. I only eat dinner. So if I spent 14 hours a day drinking bourbon and having to drive 20 minutes home, it'd be bad.
Yeah, rare occurrence. Speaking of rare character, rare occurrence. I had lunch.
Oh, yeah.
The first ever time we've had lunch together, actually.
Yeah, in like 3 years.
Friday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we just come from
I can see why you guys do
Pursuit
that.
Spirits.
Yeah.
And lunch
We
was
needed it.
needed.
Yeah, it was.
Lunch was needed.
Especially for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did a
5 blind.
5 blind, yeah, for Brian, and Sealbox. Before doing
The hour and a half
Pursuit
long
Spirits
tasting with Pursuit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just a little preview if you guys can make it to Louisville and to Pursuit Spirits to do their PUPS, which is Pursuit United Private Select program.
Or the whole shebang.
The whole shebang, yes, that's the
Technical name.
yeah, technical name of the PUPS. Do it.
Worth it.
We got to do it with our fall meetup Sarah and I and about 20 patrons and friends. If they weren't already friends, now they are, the new ones that we met. And it was sort of like the break-in the stress test, if you will, of pups. And that was awesome. And even since then, that was only a couple months in between, they fine-tuned it even more, which was nice.
Yeah.
And you were there for both.
I was there for both. Yeah, they've really streamlined it.
Yeah.
So that was a fun time.
Did Chad Extra Crispy practice the join Patreon speech that Sarah recites? Well, we normally do those in live, so we won't hold you to that. But
I mean, I can improvise.
yeah, there was one of our people right there,
Yeah.
Hot Toddy, saying Pups is awesome, definitely worth the trip, great experience. Yeah. So 14 hours a day. There's about 5 days a week.
That was
About a
on
month
this. Yeah.
to get
That was to get
Fortuna
this right. That's not what I do
batches.
every day.
Yeah, but you said there was like 19 barrels and you didn't have to. I think we got sidetracked, but you were saying there was 19 barrels, didn't have to use them all, but you ended up using them all.
I ended up using them all.
through the. How many batches were we talking about?
There's 5 total batches.
Okay. So 5 different proofs. There was no proofs that were like the same.
No, there's some that are like half a point away from each other, but yeah, 5 different proof points. Batch 1's 5 barrels, batch 2's 4 barrels, batch 3's 3 barrels, batch 4's 4 barrels, batch 5 is 3 barrels. So
There you go.
and yeah,
There's another. Oh, and another that were on the that were on that.
I was taking pictures of you, Tony Bag of Donuts,
Yep.
and I think I still owe you those pictures. I'm very bad about that.
That's okay. We put ours on the drive, so got him sitting on a barrel. Sitting on a barrel. Classic pose.
All right, so when I blended this,
Yes.
this is letting it sit for like a week or so till we bottled it to Mary. Initially on the nose, got toasted oat, vanilla, caramel, maple sugar, dark brown sugar, blackberry jam, dried cherry, cinnamon, and white pepper. And then on the taste, I got vanilla cream, pepper, toffee, chocolate, maple, fresh biscuit with the toasted wheat presents. So very much a jammy, sweet, somewhat, I guess, savory profile,
I found.
All right, what'd you
So,
say?
I said originally, when I first tasted this, texted it to this man right here, I said, it's rich with ripe fruit, molasses, tangy honey, little cracked black pepper, and a citrus pop of lemon/orange zest. Impressive mouthfeel with an instant Kentucky hug and a long finish. Fantastic job! Exclamation point.
we were like 3 out of 5 on the notes, kind of similar. So,
Well, hey, I mean, everyone's
I'll take
different. Yeah.
well, this was I think everything, I think everything changes after bottling. Sorry,
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
like once it goes
Sure.
through those pumps and stuff, I think everything has kind of cleans up a little bit.
Yeah, but this is very. I was gonna say exceptional, but that takes on a different connotation when you're
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
rare character.
No, I want you to say it's exceptional because
Well, it is
what's
exceptional.
up next is exceptional.
Exceptional.
But so if you're comparing, so our SRP, I just want to put it out there, is around $100. So I think $94.99 to $99.99.
Okay.
One of those two numbers, what we suggested at. What you might see it out there at might be a little more expensive. It's not our fault.
Especially in Kentucky, apparently.
Yeah, especially in Kentucky. But then like things like these exceptionals, like this is bourbon, they can range anywhere from like 140 to 200 plus. So if you're telling me that you like this for $100, it's accept. I mean, hey, I'll take it. I mean, that's a
Yeah, because you were telling me that the 102 proof regular Fortuna is much more expensive in Kentucky than it is anywhere else.
yeah.
Because it's almost like $90 for that around here.
Yeah.
But it should be 60?
like 65.
65?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for and then that is a 6-year plus blend.
a little
102
lighter
proof.
blue, right? Or it's like
Gray.
white? Gray? Yeah, gray.
Is it back there? No, that's somewhere.
It's
I think it's over there.
It is over there.
Yeah, and
That's good.
I mean, not trying to take away from myself, but if you are a fan of barrel proof and you're in Kentucky and you see a barrel proof, Kentucky only got 180 bottles, so I don't know if there's much out there. So there's not very many in the state. But if you're seeing around the same price and you're not a barrel proof fan, I'd say go the 102. But if you're someone who's like, I'll proof it down myself, go barrel proof.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
stretch it.
Yeah.
Stretch it, make it last longer. But please try it neat first. And then you can do
Yes.
whatever you want with it. You can put it in Coke if you want.
Just
I
a
don't care.
nip. Just a nip neat.
Just
That's
a
all I
nip.
ask.
Just a wee nip.
And then give me your honest thoughts. If you buy it, I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
My Daily Bourbon Instagram, or a character Instagram, let us know.
That's right. Should have said that top show. My Daily Bourbon on Instagram. Follow him. There's another. Caitlin was also on that trip.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I do want to kind of tease here. As I said at the top of the show, we will be tasting something that has never been reviewed on Whiskey Tube before. It's a little preview. I don't even think it's in its official bottle, is it?
Nope.
Yeah, that's how much of a preview it is. And another little preview that if you came to the Big Bourbon Night in November, you heard and got a taste of. And these are also not in their official bottles.
Well, they are in their official shapes. but
Official
not
shapes, not official.
No, actually, this is not. This is not.
Oh,
Never
okay.
mind.
Yeah, not official labels. Two IBN rare character exceptional picks that will be available soon. So
Yes.
these are at the Big Bourbon Night. So
Yeah.
they were,
Your 9-year Kentucky malt. So this is a Kentucky straight malt. So it is a mash bill that's predominantly malt. With about 1/3 of the mash bill being corn. Distilled in Kentucky, aged in new charred oak. Very bourbon-esque, and I tell a lot of people who try this, they go into it expecting a single malt whiskey. It's almost kind of has a vintage, dusty wheat bourbon vibe. And these 9 years are crazy good, and they're high proof. This one came in at 135, and I made this bottle for you. Then this is your 10-year exceptional Kentucky bourbon.
Yes.
And it came in at 121.46. It looks like I'm trying to read the label backwards. Yeah, it'll come in this bottle. And Pablo's wife does all the artwork for Exceptional. So she
Yes.
does all this, like color blocking, like very modern. I love it. I think we're supposed to be getting t-shirts and hats stuff made with that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But I don't handle any of that. But yeah,
No.
I'm very excited for these to be bottled because one, I think they're both really good, but
They are.
this malt is fantastic.
Can we say the town of origin? Is that okay?
Distilled in Kentucky.
Okay. Hey, you will get no pushback from me. That is fine.
I don't think we put on that. Yeah, no, just distilled in Kentucky.
All right.
Yeah.
Still in Kentucky.
Yeah, it'll be bottled, however,
Here
in Bloomington, Indiana.
Oh, Bloomington.
No,
Yeah, okay.
this will be bottled in Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, a very good place in Kentucky. That
Yeah.
could be anywhere, couldn't it?
It could be anywhere.
It
is a very
could
good
be
place.
anywhere.
And they are, I don't know. I think those are hits. Sorry.
Ah, good.
My glasses are clinging.
Yeah, it's an anal thing of mine. Well, where should we move to next? Extra crispy. Exceptional time. Get out of here,
Nope.
Nat.
We'll get it.
Exceptional. Rare character exceptional. I've not had a lot of experience with these.
Well, you've got two coming.
Yeah, I got two coming. But
You will.
other than our picks, I haven't had a lot of experience with these. But this one is a 9-year and 3-month Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's 121.84. And yeah, it's still back in 2014.
Yeah.
Very nice.
9/22/2014.
Oh no, it's not opened.
Give it a little twist. I think that's the twist off wax. It is not the twist off wax. It is apparently not the twist off wax. And I don't have my keys. Sorry. I thought it was a twist off wax. So here's a trick for anyone who buys any of our stuff and it's not the twist off wax.
Ah, good. A tutorial.
You'll know if it's the twist off wax, and you'll know if it's the twist off wax.
Calm down.
Twist off wax a little thinner up top. If it is not the twist off wax, you can't twist it off. Make sense? Make sense?
Yes.
Get a knife where there's a bubble from where the air escapes from whenever the cork goes in the wax and the water, because you have to put it in the wax and you got to dip it in the water so it hardens.
Okay.
Just put this in there and then just run it around. Your knife's not that sharp.
Yeah, you're not the first person who's made fun of my knife. Actually, in the comments, like, it gets the job done. Not Crocodile Dundee.
No, that's a knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
I'll let you shut it.
It's a husky.
That's what I've always been told.
I know, it's bad luck. Just tape on it. Oh yeah, it is kind of a crappy knife. All right. Grab a clean vessel.
Clean vessel.
Clean vessel. Wessel. Exceptional. Pour myself a little lighter this time. Yeah. Now you have no problem getting that out.
Yeah. Surprised you didn't line it up. Whoop, there you
Well,
go.
it's not a tax stamp. Tax strip, I mean.
Yeah, but I mean,
I know.
you want it to sell there as tightly as possible.
That's true.
So this is a 9-year, 3-month Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And whenever we go into these exceptional barrels, Pablo, one of his big things is, does it taste good? And of course, like, we want exceptional to be good. We want it to be better than good. There are barrels that we won't even put into our single barrel series line because either we think they need age, might need to do an extended finish on them, something to kind of clean it up. Exceptional is you taste it, oh my gosh, this is great. And it's got a good age statement. Proof point, with the malts, they're going to be a little higher in proof on most of them.
Mm-hmm.
The bourbons are kind of fluctuating between like 118 and 125. So a little variation. And we've tasted through several. We've tasted through dozens. And there are some that, he pretty much says, like, this is ready when it comes to exceptional. Like I said in the beginning, he thinks I'm a little too forgiving, and I have to get his stamp of approval on something. So when it comes to exceptional, if that barrel is not Pablo Moy approved, we do not bottle it.
There you go. Now, our picks were Pablo approved.
They are approved.
Yeah, I heard they liked them. That's great. Very, very nice shot in the arm. Now, exceptional, top of the mountain at this point in time.
At this point in time, this conversation, yes.
The pinnacle of rare character. Stay tuned. Ooh. That's a little, I say perfumey occasionally. This is cologne-y. You get that?
Yeah. Where did I...
Me. It was me.
Was that you that
Yeah.
said that the other day?
It was. And that was the first time. This is the second time.
Yeah. I was like,
in
there's no way this
my
reference.
career.
But you know what? After... Oh, yeah. That's Friday. We were at...
It's got some musk.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, I'd never thought cologne because, perfuming is like bright citrus, floral, little herbal.
Yeah.
But cologne makes sense. That gets you a little bit of that like light tobacco, musk, dark citrus, like burnt citrus,
Sawdust.
pine
needle.
Yeah, because this has a little bit of like a cedary to it.
It does. Cedary and high rye. Do we know? High rye bourbon?
You can call it a high rye bourbon.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like it's not like an MGP. It's Kentucky bourbon, so it's not like a 36 or anything like that. But
Right.
I mean, you can say it's high rye.
Okay.
We could say that.
Yeah, it's maybe it's just that cologne-y coming through, but I
Todd
almost
says sandalwood.
Sandalwood, yes, sandalwood.
Sandalwood's good.
I almost thought I got a little bit of pine needle.
I can see the pine needle though. It's a little bit, it's got. There's like a touch of like a resin.
Yeah, if you give it a
Like I see where you got a high rye note because it's got a little bit of a rye forward
yes,
note on the nose.
and a really deep kind of top of glass
Yeah.
type of nose, pizza crust.
All right, I'm gonna pull Ken Lewis here. I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm joking. Like bready, biscuity,
Yes.
toasty. No,
Yeah,
that was Ken Lewis, right?
I honestly
That
don't know.
said, if you ever say New smells like pizza, he's gonna tell you to GTFO.
I didn't say pizza. I said pizza crust. All right. I want to drink the sucker. Chad, let us know who the other Chad is.
I'm also Chad.
This is also Chad. This is Chad Watson, My Daily Bourbon on Instagram and YouTube. He's
And YouTube, really not so much.
well, but you're there.
I am. I am here right now.
You are here right now.
Yeah.
I already forgot your title again. Single barrel operations and
A little bit of everything. I do a little bit of everything.
blender for a rare character.
I mean, I don't even know if like they really like when they hired me gave me a title so much as I was just like, I'll do this work for you. And,
Hey, this needs to be done. Can you do that?
yeah, and
Jack of all trades.
master of none.
I won't say master of none, but jack of all trades. All right. Thank you for asking, Richie Z. Yeah, people come in. They weren't here at the very beginning. So, yeah, we should
Truth.
say that every so often.
We should. Yes.
Yes.
It's also fun to just say.
If you're just joining us, we're talking here with Chad Watson. He's from Rare Character, drinking a Rare Character Exception right now. It's currently 34 degrees with 15-mile-per-hour winds out of the southeast.
And it's dark outside.
And oh, it's dark out.
Well,
yeah.
it is 35, so I want to look and see if you knew the temperature. Right?
Oh,
yeah, 35 degrees. Yeah.
Damn good. Now check is it 15 miles per hour? I don't know.
14 and a half.
Dang. Yeah.
What's the dew point?
Oh.
I don't even really know what that is. So
It's. I was trying to do the do. I don't know. I was trying to think of something clever. I didn't get there.
no.
This is super easy to drink. Crushable.
Yeah, for one.
It's 121.84.
Yeah.
No. There's some good barrel on here. Earthiness without it being too earthy. Oaky without it being too oaky. I even think Sarah would like this amount of oak.
The oak, like start to finish. Oh no, what'd you do?
Eyelash. I got it. It's good luck.
Is it though?
No.
In your drink?
No.
Yeah. No, for me, the oak's front to back on this. Like it's a good steady profile.
Yes.
Kind of hangs in there the entire time. It is easy drinking though. 121.
Very easy.
Yeah. Man. And someone asked about obliteration. So obliteration, that was a single barrel pick from Pablo. And that was a 14-year-old Indiana distilled high rye bourbon that was aging at a winery in California and the winery burned down during the wildfires. So all that heat caused most of that barrel to evaporate, and something about what was left in there was pretty much just like liquid gold. Super short, 36 bottles, crazy good. I've had it once, and Pablo brought me some to try, and yeah, love it. If you ever get a chance to try it,
Obliteration.
I would suggest, I mean, it's called obliteration for the fact that it was just, there's nothing left.
It's obliterated.
Yeah. So try it if you have a chance.
Is that going to be the new thing? Like, there's going to be controlled fires at distilleries, probably off-site of distilleries, but to like control fire around a small batch of barrels.
You won't
to recreate.
Won't be the tornado where no more warehouse C where the roof's taken off and they blast it with moisture and wind.
Right.
Yeah. Now it's let's set these trees around
Control
it on fire.
burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't hold it past some places.
Surprised Old Forester hasn't done it.
Yeah. Or Jefferson's is very experimental. I could see Trey
Burning down a boat.
like put these in a barn, set the barn on fire.
And
I'll tell you when to put it out.
Yeah. No, I mean, super chat from Tony, bag of donuts.
Tony Joey Chocoloni. Is little Sarah there keeping an eye on you two? I think she would say for as little as $1 a month, you can join the community on Patreon, where you do your barrel picks and much more, probably. That is very true. She's right there. Oh, I'm just noticing the latency. Never noticed it before.
You never notice there's a delay?
Well, I know there's a delay, but there I actually saw it happen. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. Joey. A cheers to you. Lovely. Lovely timbre.
And that's a G and that's like a E sharp.
Oh yeah, what was the proof on?
143.
So it made hazmat.
It was hazmat. Yes, it was hazmat.
Nice. I think the community is hungry for hazmats because used to be 2015, 2016. There was more hazmats available. You could get it in like an Elijah Craig. I don't know if does Stag Junior ever go hazmat? I don't think it did. I know Daddy
They
Stag.
have done some single barrels have gone.
Yeah, Stag
Recently.
George
yeah.
C. Stag went hazmat, but I feel like you could actually get hazmats. And now it seems like it's only light whiskey or things like Obliteration, where a natural disaster happened, that you get hazmat.
Well, because yield, man. People want you want to
Yeah.
stretch your barrel as far as you can. So
But
we aren't doing that. I mean, we just kind of like, hey, if something comes out high proof, awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
But where's the trade? Because if you can charge an exorbitant amount for the fact that it's hazmat, isn't that more than if you watered it down and had more bottles but charged a lower price?
I'm sure there are a lot of products. I mean, Coy Hill pretty much extended from the fact that those warehouses
Coy Hill.
were only producing like 136 to like what's the highest release? 151?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, like 151.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried that one. I have a YouTube short on that one.
Bacardi 151?
Yep, mixed with Coy Hill.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
the way to do it.
Called a 302, and I don't know.
That was some fast math.
It was, but I think there probably is a ton of stuff at Buffalo Trace coming out at hazmat that just goes into benchmark and that kind of stuff.
I don't know if this is a joke or if that's a real product. Jefferson's Red October. It could be. Aged in a submarine. A Russian sub. With
That's amazing.
Sean Connery. And the Baldwin. Yeah, Hungry Like the Wolf. Yeah. And
Now all I can think about is the song.
and Rio.
Yeah.
It's another thing they're hungry for. Which are both from Duran Duran.
Yeah.
Is this a first? I think we just stumbled upon something. What's another Duran Duran song?
What else have they provided to the whiskey community?
Yeah.
It turns out they have their first song is called like "Oh Granddad."
Yeah. I honestly cannot think of a third Duran Duran song right
I can't.
now.
Those are the only two that I know. They're the only two anyone knows. They're the only two you should know.
Is John still in here? He's a music aficionado. He'll say it. You know, the Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin. Yeah. Waiting for the delay, and people are going to come in with Duran Duran songs. Just waiting.
No one.
No,
yeah.
no.
That's like name any '80s hair metal band that's not like Rat, Poison, Twisted Sister, Motley Crue, and Van Halen. You can't.
Winger.
Oh yeah.
I was literally thinking of Beavis and Butthead.
No. I started thinking of more, so I was like, name any, and then I'm like, well, I just thought like 20.
Name 5 more, then you name my 4. Name another 5, and then you name 5 more.
Pretty much just
Girls on Film.
Oh.
Girls on Film. And then Todd actually said Ordinary World. He was the first one to weigh in.
You win, Todd.
Can you hum a few bars?
I don't know it.
Wigmaster also came in with Ordinary Film. We already said
Ordinary
Rio,
World.
Steven. Rio and Hungry Like the Wolf. But thank you, Steven. Def Leppard.
Yeah, they're only famous for one thing. That's it.
Oh. Too soon?
No.
You know, what's funny, not funny at all, actually, but the thing on, like, YouTube, like, drummers on YouTube, is to play a song with one arm, just to, like, show off.
Yeah, like the one dude, yeah.
It's
yeah.
just, Desperado, I can't, yeah, he's awesome.
He is awesome. Yeah, he's smokes a joint, drinks coffee, and then he'll drum with one hand.
As he's doing those things.
As he's doing those things.
Yeah.
My watch thought I stood up because I've waved my arm around.
Like, oh, you're exercising? What,
Hey,
you're exercising?
Good job.
Nope,
Yeah,
still drinking
sitting.
whiskey.
Yep, sitting here and drinking.
Still drinking whiskey. Oh, Richie Z, Chad and Chad, what are your favorite bands? Mine are Thin Lizzy and Rush.
Ooh,
Okay.
favorite bands is hard.
No one puts Sarah in a shadow. There we go. Go on.
Put her in a bottle.
She's bottled.
Favorite band's hard. Like, I go through time frames of
Yes.
like styles of music. Cause
Absolutely.
because it's like what, like I was a big Slipknot fan for a long time.
Sure.
So it's kind of hard to say like, but then like I love Blink-182 and bands like Anti-Flag and Beartooth, Under Oath. Like I
Did I
don't
ever
know.
tell you I met Chris too?
Yeah, seen the video.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Please don't watch those.
I did. I have their logo tattooed on my shoulder.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's how big of a fan I was.
Sweet.
I don't know. It's hard to say favorite band, but I just kind of put on a playlist and go with it anymore because I don't listen to new music. I'm at that age in my life where I listen to the same stuff when I was in high school.
And he tells people to get off his lawn.
I do.
I'm also a big fan of Blink-182. But yeah, I'm also at that age where I'll say I like a band, but then clarify, their early stuff. I like Green Day. Dookie and
That
Insomnia,
one album. Yeah.
Insomniac and around there. Or who else? Like, I still like Foo Fighters, but I like earlier Foo Fighters. You were just saying how you think they're all very consistent, but I think, self-titled and Color and the Shape.
But I think Foo Fighters found their sound. I think it took them a little bit of experimentation because they're a little heavier. Coming off of Nirvana,
Counterpoint.
that they found their sound. And
Counterpoint. Self-titled and even some of Color and Shape were just Dave Grohl. Like, I know by Color and Shape they had a full band. He ended up re-recording the drums, but
he did all the parts and all,
Yes.
and all the production on it. Yes,
self-titled, completely him.
I actually met the guy who helped produce that first album.
Oh, dang, that's nice. Brag.
Never tell you about Tony McChrist.
So I think it was more not so much they found their sound; they just found the sound of
That worked
a
for all
band,
of them.
a band, as opposed to just Dave Grohl doing all the parts.
But that's not. But I mean, now it is a collective. They found their sound, but and they've stuck with it. You listen to. Do they have new stuff? I don't know.
Who dat?
Foo Fighters.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they got a new album.
Oh. So they just tour. I mean, that's all they do. I didn't know they recorded anything. I just thought they toured 24/7.
New drummer
nonstop.
after Taylor and recording. Yeah.
But yeah, that's Ultimate Dad Rock. I like them, but I don't know. Or is Nickelback Dad? We're getting way off tangent.
No. That is butt rock, from what I've heard.
Butt rock.
Butt
Okay.
rock.
Here's the thing, real quick. I just want to put this out there.
Put it out there.
As a musician, there are some songs from Nickelback that have like really cool guitar riffs or like really cool drum parts.
Don't care.
And then the lyrics are like, "Wow, that is really great for a bar."
I like your
South-
pants around your ankle. Well, how's it go?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Feet.
I don't know. Feet. Pulled down. I don't know.
Cankles.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, then you got Chad Kroeger singing, and everything goes. Everything just realized. Metallica, Alice in Chains, of course. I like Offspring, more earlier
I love
Offspring.
Offspring. Oh man, I love what's the one with the red thing on it? Someone says you have an Anti-Flag tramp stamp, and it's true. He does. He has 2 tramp stamps actually.
And it's Anti-Flag.
Yeah.
But I also like some math rock, like Dillinger Escape Plan.
Well, they're not a thing anymore. Now it's Better Lovers.
Really?
It's pretty much Better Lovers is pretty much Dillinger Escape Plan. Things like Pliny and
Dillinger Escape Plan, much better name than
Periphery.
Better Lovers.
Well, Better Lovers is kind of like, it's math rock, thrash, hardcore punk, dance, all kind of like mixed, kind of like Dillinger Escape Plan. It's kind of all thrown together in one song.
Interesting. I'm also a big Queen fan. I love Queen.
I like Queen.
Yeah.
The hits. Those are the only songs I know. I've never owned a Queen album.
I mean, Freddie Mercury, he's one of the best frontmen out there, or was.
Was.
Adam Lambert. Sorry, but you're not doing it. Should we move on to the final the showstopper, the big exclusive?
Let's do it.
Okay, so again, this is not the bottle. Oh, hi, Sarah. This is not the bottle that it's.
It is the bottle, but
Okay.
it is not
It's the bottle shape,
the bottle shape.
but there's no label.
Yes.
Because this is a preview, basically, right? You want to tell us about this?
So this is Brook Hill. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier about Fortuna, I'm really bad about getting off track. You do not do a good job of keeping me in line. We're bad together.
No, I am the
yeah.
what do you call it?
Catalyst.
Well, when you go off on a tangent.
Yeah, sure. So this is a revitalized vintage label, and so was Fortuna. So those are brands that date way back, and Fortuna goes, I think, as far back as the 1860s. It is the original distillery was in Louisville, and is the Glencoe distillery. So if you go to the Evan Williams Experience, they have a Fortuna barrel there because that was the original distillery at one point in time.
Oh.
So they are showing that Experience Center used to be that Glencoe distillery, and that was one of the brands, and they have other different brands around there. Mm-hmm. So Brook Hill is another one that is we are reviving, and you can go to places like Neat in Louisville, and you can find Brook Hill Dusties. They're not cheap, but you can find them and you can try them at Neat.
That's neat.
It is neat. I spent a lot of money.
Wasn't that neat?
That is neat.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money at Neat that night. If you ever go to Louisville, I suggest going to Neat. I've been once. My wallet can't afford to go back a second time. I have to stay away. It's almost like gamblers going to casinos. Spend a lot of money, but it's so cool because we're like Fortuna. We are trying to keep the label as original as possible. We're not doing anything crazy to it. We're not pulling, or some brands completely change the bottle shape, the look. We are going to change the bottle shape because back in the day, everyone used to use those we don't have one, like the benchmark bottle. Pretty much everyone always used either.
Well, square bottle, right?
Square bottle, like Benchmark, Heaven Hill, 6 year, whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everyone used to use that.
From last week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you used to be able to find out bottles that were in that shape. Now we are going into this shape. But, so Brook Hill is going to be our top quality. It is the best of the best. It has to be a 30 out of 10 every time we taste it. If we come back to it and we decide that it is not progressing in the right way, not saying that it's a bad bourbon, but we want, if you come to a store and you purchase a Brook Hill, or you go to a restaurant and you have a Brook Hill, we want it to be one of the best things you've had that week, that month, and the year. So we want it to be 10 out of 10 every time. So there will not be a ton of this. This will be super limited and very much a small release nationwide.
Okay. So small release, but nationwide.
Yes.
So it should be all around. Okay.
Well, in every state we have distribution in. I'll put it that.
Okay.
So we will be releasing these on allocation to the states we have distribution in.
Gotcha.
And all that decision will kind of come down the road. Bottling for this will start soon. I'm finally getting all my components ready. And old Pablo should be coming into town anytime now. And we will be deciding on the first barrel to bottle.
Is Pablo Santa Claus?
He is.
Because he's also coming to town.
Yeah, Pablo does travel with a suitcase that has lots of goodies in it. He does fly from place to place. So
He dresses flashy.
No, he wears black shirt and black skinny jeans.
Oh, that's not red at all.
No. But he's got a style, I mean,
Okay.
I wish. I mean, he does have flashy stuff, but whenever he comes to see me, we're working. So it's not like he's going to come in wearing like a $300 t-shirt. Or he might. I don't know.
Wait, they make $300 t-shirts?
Yep. Yeah, they do.
Ooh.
They do.
So I was actually wondering, they say Jack Daniels picked a square bottle, which was so unheard of back in the day because they wanted to be different. And then I guess people latched onto that and like, we want to be different by doing the square bottle too. But yeah, this is very much Heaven Hill, yeah, so many of them in this type of bottle.
Old Yellow Rose 8 year.
You need to remember to take that home with you.
Don't forget.
Yeah. Or leave it, whatever.
Told you guys could have some of it.
We did.
I meant more.
So,
So,
as of a couple moments ago, we said that Rare Character Exceptional was the top of the mountain. And at that point in time, it was.
it was.
But things have now changed
They
within
have.
this episode. The new top of the mountain. Yeah, get that green and Sharpie label.
Listen, man, like,
This is now the new top of the mountain, is what I'm saying.
I do with what I can, okay?
Sure.
You know, I'm sure that they would rather me have one of our sample stickers on here, but I grabbed what I could. So 10-year-old, 2-month, 130 proof bourbon.
That's quite a nose. So this is your all's LE.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that.
Okay.
I
Once
mean,
a year release or
TBD.
okay.
No, it'll be a multiple time a year release. It's just kind of, it's one of those things where it's like,
When it happens, it happens.
It's got the blessing. It's ready. We'll bottle it. You
But
know?
we should be able to expect at least once a year on the minimum.
Yes.
Okay.
At
to
least
have a Brook
at
Hill.
least once a year. You are correct.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
No, I think if you, like how you said, if exceptional is the mountaintop, we're gonna keep exceptional as a mountaintop. These are the clouds. So like these are,
This
Yeah.
one isn't even
Yeah.
on Earth.
yeah. That's how.
It's in the stratosphere.
That's like I said. These are going to be like our best of the best of the best of the best of the best quality. Everything that we have that is top of the line will go into this brand, and it won't just be bourbons. It won't just be Kentucky, maybe. I don't want to cross my fingers. Whatever's good's good. I'm a big advocate for if it's amazing, then we should showcase it.
Right.
But it really just kind of depends. So right now, everything that we have in the Brook Hill line is currently Kentucky, and you know it could branch out. I'm not saying it won't. It's a possibility. You know, never say never.
Okay.
Right now, it's all Kentucky.
Kentucky exclusive.
No, all Kentucky bourbon.
That's what I said.
Yep.
Yeah, that maybe it's just because I'm getting hungry, but there's some desserty sweet notes on there, like the type of drizzle that goes across like an apple strudel or a apple turnover type of thing.
Yeah, like cinnamon sugar, burnt crust,
Yeah.
or burnt graham cracker, burnt crust, graham cracker.
Yes.
A little bit of espresso. I get a little bit of espresso. I don't know if you get any espresso. I know you're not an espresso fan.
But I get it regularly enough.
It's got that little bit bitter oak, chocolate,
Guess I could see that.
fresh leather, or fresh tobacco and leather. This leather's fresh right off the cow.
Oh, this leather book just came out, hot off the press. Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't wait.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Okay.
You feel the 130 proof
Yes, you do.
in the chest.
But in that way that, like, when you're drinking, like, that George T. Stagg that's 144.1 or whatever it is.
2016. Yeah.
Yeah, the hazmat. Like, you know it's high proof, but you're like, I can't believe this is hazmat. Like, in that same way, it doesn't have sharp edges. There's no, what some people call burn. There's nothing attacking you. It's just proof in all the best ways possible. Sinks down in the hug, but stays on the palate. Very long finish.
Very long finish.
Great mouthfeel. Sweet, not overly sweet. Good mixture of the oak coming in, the char of the oak, the dessertiness that I got on the nose is transferring into the palate. Almost in a savory way,
I could see that. I could see going
like
like
you know,
little mesquite, smoky, with the chocolate, the brown
like
sugar.
an empanada is a dessert, but sometimes like you put pork or beef, something savory in there, and you get the both of those worlds. That's what I'm getting here on this guy. Cinnamon, brown sugar, caramel, I mean, the typical things, but in that elevated.
And it drinks
LE
older
way.
than 10. Like, that's a big thing that we are looking for is, does it drink older than its age? Not saying, like, everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, this drink's like a 20 or a 15 or an 11 or no, it might drink like a 10. But when we try it, comparing to other 10 years on the market, does it drink like, like an Eagle Rare or Russell's 13 or Russell's 10? No, those are 90 proof. But if we proof this in 90 and we're still coming out ahead, we don't do that. I'm just saying, like, we want this to drink bigger, bolder, a little older. So whenever I say, like, top to line, checks all the boxes, that's the expectation we want from people who drink it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're getting it. Wow. Yeah, that's an LE. This isn't going to officially release in the calendar year of 2023, right?
If everything lines up, our first barrel could come out before the end of the year. I'm being extremely optimistic there. But it might push into, Q1 24. And by Q1, I just mean January. So
Okay. So if it
And
if
it
it
won't
comes
be
out,
wax. There will not be any wax on this.
all right,
There'll be foil. So
foil.
These are going to have foil. I'm not going to say the colors.
Okay.
So I want, whenever the final product's done, I will post some pictures on social media, but I want to shock people. I just want to say no wax. Wax is loved and hated.
A good wax is loved. A bad wax is hated.
Well, we do not use pull tabs. Throwing back to the old vintage style where wax was used to keep bottles sealed during transport and to show that it was not contaminated and opened or tampered with.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Can't say I love that, but it is what it is.
Well, I don't care what you think.
There it is. There it is, folks.
No, I do care until I'm here.
So if it does come out in 23, will you give me a sample? Because it's going to have to go in the best of.
If it comes out in 23, I will get you a sample of that barrel. Yes.
Okay.
I'll get you a small sample so we can put it in. But I do not want to make any promises. I'm being, like I said, extremely optimistic.
That's fine. I mean,
I do want it to come out this year.
It'll be like the first thing that goes in the blind best of for 24 if it comes out in January. And honestly, that late in 23, it could qualify for 24, honestly. Question from Danny's Candies. Delicious candies. Check them out. Will the distribution states be same as Rare Character?
Yeah, so it's still a Rare Character brand, so it'll be like Fortuna is, you have that bottle.
I don't.
You don't? I do. So how Fortuna is it says Rare Character right here.
A Rare Character brand.
This will also say that, like I said, I can't say bottle counts or anything because I don't know. It'll be based on allocation, but it will be in states that we are distributed in. So in due time, if your state does not get one or as much, there will be some down the road. Just kind of how allocations work. But short answer, yes. At some point, yes.
And it's funny how like sometimes you do a sniff sort of far off the glass. I'm sort of the opposite of that. Far off the glass. I'm sort of getting maple syrup.
No, I get the maple syrup totally. A lot of maple syrup, and it's like, it's almost like, there's a brand, and I can't think of their name.
There is, yes.
Shut up.
There's lots of brands.
And they've got like it's like an overcooked, might be Crown. Is that right? Crown, CROWN, not crayon. Crown syrups, like maple syrup. Is that right?
Oh, it could be.
They work with. Is that the people who work with Widow Jane?
I don't know.
Somebody has like a overheated cooked syrup that comes off. That's like a darker maple syrup.
Okay.
It might be them. I was wanting to specify because I say crayon. My girlfriend says crown. So like
CROWN.
like a crown for your head.
That's
or a
crayon.
crown you draw with.
Heavy is the head that eats the crayon.
Yes.
Tracy Jordan. Do we have a price on this?
I do not.
Okay. Fair enough.
That one's still kind of in the works, but they will be priced. I mean, they will be a little more expensive because, like you said, it is basically our LE, our tip at the top.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still going to be within reason for what you're getting. Like,
Okay.
we want everyone who opens one to have the experience that you had when you tried it, and it won't be priced in a way to where it's not going to be like $1,000 a bottle. You know, it's not going to be like $700 a bottle.
Right.
But it will be priced in a way that is a little more premium because it is a premium brand, and we are going to showcase that through the premium whiskey.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, if it's there in the bottle, I guess.
Yes, Wigmaster Crown. That's the brand I'm thinking.
Crown has a bourbon infused syrup.
Yes, I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure that they also have like something over like extra. I don't know. I don't know what they do to maple syrup to make it. I buy it, and yeah.
Just tap a tree. There you go. Yeah, this is exceptional plus.
Yeah.
Plus.
So now instead of saying exception, you're like, man, this food is really Brook Hill. That's kind of what that's.
Oh God, you're trying to make it a verb.
So fetch.
Quit trying to make Brook Hill happen. I found my thrill on Brook Hill.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Kind of,
Need a bad animation kind of.
yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate the syllables aren't the same, but you can just elongate that brook.
You can scat a little bit.
Indeed. Wow. That's good. So, the bookends of this episode, starting with Pride of Anderson County Rye, ending with Brook Hill. Good episode.
Yeah, I told you I wanted to start off with a bang. So
Yeah. And that you did. And you closed it. You brought it home.
Yeah.
It's like you opened with the hits and you closed with the hits.
Yeah.
Or the encore was,
played the same song twice. You know, you open with
you played it twice.
you know, you go into it and you open with "We Are Champions" and you close with "We Are Champions."
Oh,
You know,
okay.
yeah, that's what you do.
You open with Damn It and you close with Damn It.
Yeah.
Interesting. Or I guess, I don't know. Is that there?
Had to do it. Sorry, my bones are like stiff, and I had to do it.
He's a growing boy.
Brook Hill mouthfeel. Yes. Tony
Yes.
Baggedots. Yeah. It's already happening. It's already happening.
Yeah.
I like that.
Whew, wow. That's savory and as like a meal type of. It drinks like a meal, basically. I feel full after having that.
So Brook Hill fulfilled you.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Consider me fulfilled. Well, all right. We've drank through everything.
Yeah.
It's like mission accomplished, I would say. So, yeah.
Yeah, had a good time. It was fun.
We have one more live before Christmas because we have next Sunday. The Sunday after that is actually December 24th, Christmas Eve. We'll be taking that off. So one more. I haven't looked at the calendar. There might be. I think there's another live before the end of the year. But as far as a live before Christmas, it's one more. That'll be packed with deciding. We've got like Disco 10 versus 11. We've got Old Fitzgerald's Spring and Fall. Those type of things will be what's going on.
Yeah, the Sunday after Christmas Eve will be New Year's Eve.
Oh, so it might be the last live of the year.
Make it good.
Yeah. Or we might try to, after Christmas, move around a live to where we can have one before the end of the year. I don't know. But we'll definitely have a live next Sunday, and it will be with Sarah. And like I said, we'll be doing 2023 things that we need to pick a winner of, that there's different releases of that needs to be picked. So that's what'll be happening on that live. Normally don't know what we're doing, but we know for that one.
Planned. Yeah, good job. Hey.
Thank you. Thanks so much to Chad Watson, My Daily Bourbon,
Yes.
on Instagram. Go follow him.
Thank you.
He's also on YouTube. You can give him a sub. Give him a sub on
I
there.
don't really do much on YouTube,
It's
but
okay. It's okay. You're on it right now.
I've done more with your channel than my channel. So
Well,
it's worked. I mean, I'm happy with that.
that's fine. That's fine. And I'm sure eventually you can go have a, well, not eventually, you can go have a barrel pick with Chad at Rare Character if you have the means, I suppose, right?
Kind of, sort of.
Sorta.
Yeah, because we don't have an experienced center. We store and bottle with Divine Spirits here in Lexington, Kentucky, who in due time will have an experience once it's open. But yes, then we will be doing on-site barrel picks. But yeah, so we are actually planning. I had a call last week about planning our 2024 pick plan. So yeah, so if you are interested in a Rare Character barrel, feel free to reach out to me at chad@rarecharacterwhiskey.com. That is my email for work. If you hit me up on Instagram, I'm terrible at looking at my DMs. That's not because of work. I just don't do it. So best place to get me is my work email. And or you can go just hit contact@rarecharacterwhiskey.com. And so, if you've got the means and a state that we distribute in and someone to clear it, happy to work with you.
Boom. Yeah.
We'll take your money.
And it's Bourbon Night again, coming out with 2 Rare Character exceptional picks, a malt and a bourbon, a 9 and a 10-year, respectively, coming out soon, and it is delicious. So,
Yeah.
if you're interested in that, look into our Patreon program. That's where the barrels first get released. So patreon.com/It's Bourbon Night. Thanks so much, Chad, for joining once again.
Thank you, Chad, for having me.
There we go. Cool. Let me find, where'd the thing go? Did this happen last week? I feel like this happened last week.
It did.
It sure did. Huh.
Yeah, and the last time I was on. Yeah.
Did it?
And the time before that, whenever I was with you when you were interviewing somebody. So
No.
this is
I'm sure that can't be.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know how it works.
I mean, I could put up the what's in my glass thing. Well, that didn't even show up. Let's show in background. Interesting. I got nothing.
Nope.
Cool. Well, everybody, anticlimactic ending, but we'll see you next week. Gonna turn off the microphone here, and bye-bye.
Bye.